Hello, scientists. So for today, we're going to be working on lesson 3 in our science book. I'm a little sad that we didn't get to do lesson 2. We were going to do this in the classroom where we were going to plant 3 different plants and we were going to give one everything it needed, one no water, one no sunlight, and kind of do an experiment. So if that's something you want to do, I would love to see that. I would probably give some extra credit for that. So if you want some more information on lesson 2, I can give you guys, you can reach out to me and I'll type something up for you guys to do, and you can do that and get some extra credit. Okay. And I have extra seeds here and some extra soil and pots if you want to do that. Okay. So we're actually doing lesson 3 today. Our essential question, what are some plant parts? Okay, so one of the things you have to know in second grade is not just the parts of the plant, but what the parts actually do, how they work and help the plant. All right, so this flower smells really bad, and it does it so it can attract insects. And we kind of talked about this when we did our unit on the pumpkins earlier in the year. And we talked about why flowers need to attract insects. Okay, so let's preview our vocabulary first. There are 3 new words that we're going to. I'm so sorry, guys. Miss McClellan needs to turn her phone down. There are 3 vocabulary words that we're going to be looking at. The first one is flowers. Okay, that's a word that we need to know the definition. That will be on your review and on your test. You need to know what the word flowers means. Okay, next word is pollen. That should be familiar. That's what we talked about pollen with when we talked about our pumpkins flowers needing the pollen. And then finally a seed. Okay, flowers, pollen, and seed. All right, so let's go ahead and read. Let's go ahead and read our unit. Let me make sure my phone is turned down. Okay, a part to play. Plants need sunlight, air, water, and nutrients from the soil to grow. Okay, they also need space. Remember, that was that 5th thing. Each part of a plant helps the plant get what it needs to live and grow. Flowers, leaves, stems, and roots are important parts of a plant. Flowers, leaves, stems, roots. Those are the parts that we're going to be, the main parts we're going to be studying. So we're going to find these parts on this picture over here. So this is the flower. All right. This is a leaf. This is the stem. And then underneath the ground in the soil, we see the roots. So each one of these plays a really important part in making sure that the plant gets what it needs to survive. Do the job. Flowers help plants make new plants. That's really important. That's what flowers do. They help plants make new plants. Parts of a flower make seeds that grow into new plants. Okay, so this is we're going to label these parts. This is the flower, and that makes the seeds. The flowers make the seeds. Leaves make food for the plant. They use air, water, and sunlight to make the food. So leaves make food. That's their job. These are leaves. The flower makes the seeds. The leaves make the food. Stems carry water and nutrients from the roots to the leaves and other parts of the plant. They also hold up the plant. So stems actually have 2 jobs. They carry water and nutrients, and they also hold up the plant. All right, these are our stems. It's almost like a big straw. All right, I'd like to think of it as a hallway, and each leaf that it goes to is like a door in a hallway. You have to walk down the hallway to get to each of those. So the water and nutrients has to go up the hallway or go down the hallway, and has to go to the different rooms, the different leaves. And then finally we have the roots. The roots, we have the stems, so now we have the roots. The roots grow into the soil and hold the plant in place. So the roots hold the plant in place, and they also take in water and nutrients from the soil. So roots have two jobs. The stems have two jobs, and the roots have two jobs. I think about the roots as being all these little straws that suck up the water and nutrients. Okay, and they're also kind of like fingers that are holding that plant in the soil so it doesn't come out and fall over. And that stem is nice and straight to hold up the plant so it stays upright. Flower power. The plant part that makes the seeds is the flower. The flower has its own parts too. Some parts of a flower are pollen, petals, and seeds. All right, so those are the parts of the flower: pollen, petals, seeds. Flowers make pollen. Pollen is a powder that flowers need to make seeds. Most plants use pollen from other flowers to make seeds. Insects, animals, and wind may carry pollen from one flower to another. So that's that yellowish powder that you guys see, and it's all over our cars and lawns right now because the flowers are blooming in the spring. And the pollen is what sticks to the animals, and when, let's say, a bee lands there, the pollen will stick to that sunflower, and when it flies to the next sunflower, some of that pollen will fall off, and that's what will help this next sunflower get its seeds able to grow. Okay, so insects will carry it. Sometimes the wind carries it. That's why it's all over the place. All right. The colorful petals attract insects and animals. A plant may need insects and animals to move pollen. And I just talked about that with the bees. The bees are attracted. They see that bright yellow and they know that it's a flower and they want to get the nectar from it because that's what they use to turn, they use that nectar to make their honey. Okay, flowers make seeds. A new plant may grow from a seed. All right, you guys just planted your lima bean seeds. The lima bean plant made those seeds. What part of a plant grows into a new plant? What part grows to make a new plant? A new plant may grow from a seed. Yeah, it's a seed that makes that new plant. Seeds are so important. All right, so sum it up. You're going to label the different parts of the plant. It only has 3 parts. It does not have a flower. Then you're going to draw lines to match what that plant part does. Okay, what does the stem do? What do the roots do? What does a leaf do? When you're finished with that, you guys are going to do your your crossword puzzle. Remember, these 3 clues are going across. These 3 are going down, and there are the words you're going to use. And then on the back, you're going to complete this chart. Okay, so this is the plant part. This is what it does. So on this one, you need to decide of those 4 plant parts, which one carries water and nutrients from the roots to other plant parts. Here they gave you the part. You need to tell what that plant part does. Remember, roots do 2 things. The pollen, tell what pollen does, and then makes seeds. Tell which part makes seeds. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys are paying attention to your your bean seeds. Keep an eye on them. Make sure you check them each day. We're not going to write in our journal today because we just planted them yesterday, but we'll be writing in them on Friday. Have a great day.